Okay, electron configuration, there's more. So we're going to continue our practice, and we're going to be looking at a few new things today. A reminder that the atomic number equals your electrons, which equals your arrows. Always one arrow in each box before you double, and double arrows must be up and down in order to be in the same box. I also want to point out you always start with an up arrow. Always. It's just the way we do business. So now we're moving on to what I'm going to call the next phase. And we're adding a new level on there. So I purposely did not let you do any transition metals or inner transition metals on the first go around. Okay? But we will be now. So the first one up is manganese. And like I pointed out to many of you, I think one of the best words of advice is always to find your end point first and then go from there. Okay? Have your end point in mind and then adjust. So you'll notice that this chart over here now, I've added some more boxes compared to what you had before. I stopped us at the 4S on the previous practice, and now I have the D block in there. Okay. So manganese is right here on my periodic table. It is on what we would consider row 4, but for the transition metals, it's row 3. Now, the only way I can get to row 3D is to go through 4S2, and you'll notice if I'm looking at my chart, here's 4S2, and if I was feeling, I go 1S2, then I go to my 2S2, 2Ps, 3S, 3P, 4S, and then I can get to where manganese is at. Okay? So manganese is row 3, D block, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? So to my D block I go, and I'm going to put up arrow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I'm going to feel everything else below that point. Okay. So up, oops. I broke a rule. Okay, up, 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 then back to the front, down, down, down. And technically I should be doing the alphabet principle, which says I build up, which means I actually start at row 1. But again, for a lot of students, we do the end in mind, because by doing the end in mind, it kind of helps you figure out where you need to go. Okay? And then up and down. Okay. So to write my, let's do longhand first. Okay. I have 1S2, then 2S2, then I write my 2P6. Now pay attention to this step. You see how these boxes are all coded orange? I'm going to have to write all the orange boxes next. Okay? So 3S2, 3P6, 3D5, and now I write 4S2. I do the same thing I did before. First, I'm going to check, make sure I have 25 arrows. So 2, 4, plus 6 is 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and 25. Great. 2 plus 2 plus 6 is 10, 12 plus 6, 5, and 2 makes 25. And now you notice there's a second block here and it says shorthand. So how do I do shorthand? Well, it's actually pretty easy. I looked at where manganese is at, and I'm going to go to the noble gas above it. The noble gas above it is argon. That's on row 3. 3p, in fact. Now, what helps some of my students, I'm going to change to a different pen color, is some of my students actually would draw a line right here, because that's argon's configuration. And now, what I'm going to do, square bracket AR, and then I write everything above it. 3, D, 5, 4, S, 1. I still have 25 because if I look at argon's atomic number, it's 18. Whoops, I just caught one of my errors. 18, 19, 20, and 25. So that's longhand and shorthand. Germanium. So germanium is right here. Row 4, P2. So this is where I'm shooting for right here. Okay? I'm going to fill this one a little bit differently just so that you can see the rules in place. So I've got to get here, but I've got to start here first. So I've got to go through row 1, hydrogen and helium. So up and down. Row 2, lithium, beryllium. Up, down. Then I'm going to have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on row 2, P block. So up, 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 back to the front, double, double, double. Finish row 2. Now I'm sliding down to row 3, going through the S block, 1, 2, up and down. Then across, got to go through row 3, P block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So up, 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 down, down, down. Finish row 3, slide down to row 4, 1 and 2 through the S block. So up and down. That puts me right here at calcium. Now I want to swing through all your transition metals. There are 10 of those. They're on row 3 and they're a D block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm here at zinc. Now I enter into the 4th row for the P block. 1, 2. Up and up. And now I'm there. So let's write this configuration. Okay? So 1, S, 2, then 2, S, 2, 2, P, 6, then 3, S, 2, 3, P, 6, then I've got to write that D, 3, D, 10, then 4, S, 2, 4, P, 2. Again, check your exponents. Make sure you add up to 32. check your arrows, make sure you add up to 32. Next, let's get that shorthand written. So here's germanium. I go to the row above. It's argon, which is on row 3, P block. I'm going to change my pen color for you. Here's my P block right here. And that's argon. So, I don't have to write any of this now. All right, square bracket, AR. Then, I need to write that D first. 3D10, 4S2, and 4P2. Now, as we finish up on that one, I also want to point out to you that you should notice there are no arrows in between any of these. We do not write these with arrows. Okay? It's simply, we just write them out, numerical order, and also in the order of S, P, D, and F by numbers. And that's it. So the rest is yours to practice.